Hello friends, welcome to the BSP solution. My name is Sandeep Singh. So today we are going to discuss about the historical amount override functionality within the FCCS application. So what is historical amount override? Why do we require this? And what is the outcome of the historical amount override? We will understand this through the one example that I have created into the Excel. First, we understand this from functional point of view that why this is required, and then we will look into the application that how we can achieve the same within the FCCS. So this is the scenario where we do have the two entity, that is legal entity 03 and legal entity 04. Legal entity 03 is our holding company and the legal entity 04 is subsidiary company. Legal entity 03 has taken the ownership by 100%, and the currency for legal entity 03 is USD, for legal entity 04 is GBP. So this is the trial balance that pertains to the month of January. So we do have some asset account, that is cash and cash equivalent, investment into subsidiary. So the total asset for legal entity 03 is 8,60,000 and for legal entity 04 is 10 lakh. The common stock for both the entity legal entity 03 is 8,60,000 and for legal entity 4 is 10 lakh. Now, when the acquisition took place in the Jan, the the exchange rate, the currency exchange rate for 1 GBP is equal to 0.76 USD. And the ending exchange rate, the average exchange rate is zero point 0.7 and the ending exchange rate is zero point 0.8. As you know that ending exchange rate applies to the for assets and the liability accounts, and for historical account the historical rate is applicable. So let's see how we can prepare the consolidated balance sheet from the functional point of view. So in this case, you are required to convert the subsidiary number into USD. Then only the consolidation statement can be generated. So first requirement is that we are required to translate this into USD. So therefore, the we have converted the number of subsidiary into USD. So for cash and cash equivalent, the ending exchange rate is applied. So so we are getting the 8 lakh. For common stock, common stock is a historical account, therefore the historical rate is applicable, and that is 0.76. Therefore the common stock number is 7,60,000. And the difference between the asset and the liability get stored into the CTA account. This is called currency translation adjustment. So we have converted the subsidiary number into USD. Now we are able to prepare the consolidated statement. So you see that for cash and cash equivalent, we have merged the number of both the entity. Therefore, we are getting 9 lakh for cash and cash equivalent. For common stock, the amount is of parent entity, that is 8,60,000, and the difference, whatever the difference, it is shown as a CTA number. So, and the investment into subsidiary gets eliminated at the consolidated level. Therefore, therefore you are not seeing any kind of number here. Now, assume that we do not have the historical, we do not define the historical rate within the application. So what will happen in that case, and what will be the consolidated number if we do not define, if we do not define the historical amount or historical rate into application, then what outcome we will get in the form of consolidated balance sheet. So this is my data input sheet where I have inputted the trial number for both the entities. And now let's see the consolidated balance sheet number. So in this sheet, what the outcome is that we have not yet defined any historical account or a historical rate or historical amount. Therefore, we are getting the number. This balance sheet number, that is there you can see that we do have the total asset amount is coming 9,60,000. Uh, as per from our functional point of view, the total asset number should come to 9 lakh, and the total liability, you can see that the number we do have 9,60,000. So uh, you are finding here that system is calculating one number, that is goodwill account. uh, how this number is coming into the application? If you do not define the historical account or historical rate or historical amount, the system will, what system will do is that system will convert your common stock number according to the average exchange rate. So this number is the common stock number is coming 7 lakh, and the investment made by the parent into subsidiary is 7 lakh 60,000. So the difference between the investment and your net asset, which is called common stock. So system is calculating this number 60,000. That is why you are seeing here the number 60,000 as a goodwill here. But in reality, this is not correct, because we have to record the common stock of the subsidiary at the rate of, at the exchange rate of the date of acquisition. And here you can see that the CTA number is 1 lakh. So let's see into the application that how I have inputted the currency exchange rate. So if you go into the data, you will find the form for inputting the exchange rate. So I have inputted the exchange rate for the month of Jan for FY19. Here I have given the my exchange rate, that is average exchange rate I have given 0.70, and for ending exchange rate I have given 0.80 against USD. Once I input this exchange rate and I run the rule of consolidation, I get this number. So this is the false representation of the balance sheet. So therefore we are required to correct this balance sheet. So we are required to define the historical rate or historical amount, so that we will get the true picture. Therefore, the system application has given us the functionality of inputting the historical amount or historical rate in the form of override rate form, where you can define your historical rate. So what you need to do is that you need to input the historical rate or historical amount. So we need to input the historical rate for by selecting the entity, the subsidiary, that is our, in our case, it is a legal entity 04. Then the movement I have selected changes due to stock. My data source is data input, and inputting the historical number against no intercompany. So I am inputting the number against common stock, and my common stock number is, as per our example, the common stock number should be 7,60,000, which is the value of common stock at the time of acquisition. So this number you need to enter here. Once you input your historical amount number, then you are required to save this. So the historical rate is saved, then you need to close, and you need to run the rule of consolidation. So I am running the rule of consolidation. This is my consolidated entity. My scenario is actual, where it pertains to Jan. Year is FY19. Now launch. Let's see, after inputting the historical rate or historical amount, what outcome we are getting in the form of consolidated results. So let's refresh the sheet. So you can see that the goodwill number is totally eliminated after we define the historical rate. See, the application give the priority over the exchange rate, ending exchange rate, and uh, average exchange rate over the accounts which are historical accounts. So system will pick up the historical rate for the historical account. So common stock is my historical account. Therefore, we have defined the historical rate into the application, and now we are getting the correct picture. See, our total asset number should be 9 lakh, which is as per the from our function calculation. This is 9 lakh, and now we'll look into the uh, liability number. So you can see that for common stock, this is 8,60,000, and for CTA, this is 40,000. So you can see that our total asset is equal to total liability, and which is exactly equal to the our functional calculation. So this is the utility of historical account or historical rate of historical amount or historical rate. We have to input the historical rate or historical amount for a historical account. Then only we can get the true picture of the balance sheet. Otherwise, our balance sheet will not reflect the correct picture. So that's it from my side. In case of any query, please feel free to visit to our website, that is baspsolutions.com. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you.